The boy was thrown into the river by his father just after he was born. No one dared to save him, no matter how hard he struggled. So this was a test for the Baskervilles. Once a new baby is born, they will be thrown into the cradle of blades in the forest of nightmares, hiking over the path of the test with the sword. Go to the other side to receive the gift of awakening from the river Styx. And in my previous life I was the most powerful hound in my family. I was able to defend myself against the invasion of the demons. But just as I was returning from my triumph to receive the glory, I was guillotined by my father's own hand, because my strength threatened his position, and knew secrets I shouldn't have known. I was finally accused of colluding with the demons. I died at the height of my family's power. Now I am reborn with revenge on my mind all the time, even though I'm only in the baby stage now. But I have an early chance to gain power. Legend has it that a child can gain a body of steel by being immersed in the waters of the river Styx. In my previous life, I was born as a bastard, so I was ostracized by my immediate brothers. So not getting this power, this time I will be the first to arrive, and take all the power of the river Styx by myself. As the river continues to stimulate my wounds, not only did I not feel the slightest pain, and felt a constant flow of power into my body, just a few minutes ahead of the others. It has already produced such a dramatic change. To absorb the power faster, I drank 12 pounds of water from the river Styx, even though I was drowning at the moment. But as long as my consciousness is still there, I can't surface easily. 40 minutes passed quickly. The father on the shore revealed a seeping smile. He seemed to see himself as he once was, but the attendants next to him appeared agitated, fearing that if I am not careful I will drown in it. They kept urging the master to get me out, and it was only then that my father realized. Absolutely cannot miss the once-in-a-century genius. So shouting, "I can come up now." He saw that I didn't respond in time, immediately pulled me out with my hands. My father saw this with a smile on his face. Not bad for my kid, despite the loss of consciousness. And yet, he still sees the full power of the waters of the river Styx. Next he would witness the birth of another self. But my ultimate goal is not to become a despicable person like him at all. What I'm going to do is destroy my own family with my own hands. To put Baskerville out of history once and for all. And when I wake up again, I've been sent back to the nursery. At this point, an unknown danger was slowly approaching me. I saw a maid with a treasure chest coming to me. Yet she didn't say anything, just put the treasure chest on the bed and left the room. I looked at the chest curiously. What's hidden in here? And suddenly the treasure chest opened automatically. And there came out 2 poisonous snakes with bloody mouths. It seems that someone is jealous of the talent I have, trying to kill me before I grow up. But my life is mine. I will not fall so easily without completing my mission of revenge, facing the swift attack of 2 vipers. I didn't feel the least bit intimidated. I used both hands to fiercely pinch the 7 inches of the 2 snakes, and then rely on the steel teeth that grow in the water of the river Styx, and tearing them like snacks. Time soon came to morning. The attendants who had come to collect my body were stunned by the scene before them, because I was not bitten by a snake. Instead, I spent the whole night with the remains of the viper intact, and as of that day, all the attendants who took care of the babies in the nursery were put to death. As to who was behind this incident, eventually it was not identified. Only I, a hound who has not yet grown up, see the truth of it all. 8 years have passed since then. I've started to step into the learning phase. Although I've been through all of this once. But when I heard that my father, who was the same age, had reached the master level of the sword realm, I still felt a little bit of pressure. It seems that before the bar mitzvah I must to regain the power I had in my previous life. And after the baptism of the river Styx, I not only gained a strong body, I also surpassed Einstein at his peak of intelligence. And just born can fight 2 poisonous snakes alone. So I was considered a monster in the family. The 3 yellow hairs beside me were the same guys who had been violating me for a long time. Whenever it was time to leave class, they will all use the identity of older brother punching and kicking me. According to the memory of the previous life, they grew up to be known as the Trident of Baskerville. And my death is also linked to them. They're the ones who accused me of collaborating with the demons, that I was accused of something I shouldn't have been. For the 3 of them to stop interfering with themselves in 10 years, It seems that today I can't hold back any longer. At this point Big Hair took out his dagger and pointed it at me. He heard that I had been in the river Styx for over 40 minutes. Just want to verify it personally. Then he asked Sano to cover my mouth and nose with his hand. He said he would let me go as long as I could hold my breath for 7 minutes. They say children are more cruel. It's true what they say. Well, I'll just have fun with them. And the two people in front of me are still fooling around, because they simply don't believe that humans can really hold their breath for so long. And when 7 minutes had passed, their faces grew embarrassed. Until 20 minutes had passed, they realized that they had really messed with the wrong person. And just when they decided to leave me alone, I wasn't going to leave them alone at all, so I bit off Sano's finger, and then warned the other two. Today, everyone must leave one thing on their bodies here. Otherwise, there will be no good consequences. The Big Hair became angry when he heard that. He grabbed his dagger and came at me. I didn't expect me to even dodge. Let him see the steel that the water of the river Styx brings to my body. At this point I have two eyes emitting a fierce light. Then let me play with you. And then, he punched Big Hair in the face. Irmo saw the situation and wanted to take out the anger for them both. And he didn't even dare to move. I swept my foot straight at him. I saw that all three of them had no power to fight back. I took the dagger and threw it in front of their eyes and said, I can give you a chance to change your ways. It's up to you to decide who will win. The three of them looked at each other and then started to kill each other in an unbearable way. I don't know what happened in the meantime. I only know that in the time that followed, the trident that called Baskerville will no longer exist.